going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, guys, we have Bitcoin, cryptos, and stocks pulling back. As you can see, early this morning, the stock market was up along with yield rates in the dollar, which made no sense. And then after Jerome Powell was in the house, once he leaves, then the market pulled back. But yield rates sky high, dollar moving up, the market definitely should be tanking. But guys, we know this is all rigged. Now, don't forget we have options today. So, guys, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, like I stated, are up. As Jerome Powell was doing his actual speech, yield rates started to pull back, and then they moved up. And then, of course, guys, we had the same thing with the dollar. The dollar pulled back slightly and then moved up. And right now, the dollar is definitely strong. We have volume and crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Tether maintains a $3.3 billion in liquidity cushion. Also, we have Colombian peso stablecoin goes live on Polygon, aiming for 10 billion remittances. So, guys, we know stablecoins are definitely the foundation of these digital assets because they're nothing but tokenized fiat. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed repo at $1.73 trillion. And we know the central banks are raising rates and run off the balance sheet in order to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we had Jerome Powell in the house at Jackson Hole, and Jerome Powell made sure he didn't say much. But we know they want to keep rates higher for longer. So while the United States economy is being destroyed, we see the emerging markets rising, and they're slowly getting off the dollar. And we know in 2024, that is definitely going to speed up. And in my Patreon video, we know a distraction is coming up, so therefore they can bring in the machines. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale, sent about $21.7 billion. And we have ARK Invest 21 shares, joins Q to offer Ethereum futures ETF. And guys, when we know when it comes to futures, it's nothing but a gambler casino, they cash out. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Hashkey to start Bitcoin and Ethereum retail trading in Hong Kong August 28th. And guys, that's very important because we know that last week, Bitcoin and Ethereum futures contracts in. Now we have Australian exchange Independent Reserve and lists PayPal as bank close ranks against crypto. And we're starting to see fintech come to the rescue as planned. As we see these banks collapse, especially these small and medium-sized banks, the people will have no choice but to turn to the phone. And then, of course, in the phone, you're going to have your wallet, your cryptocurrencies. And remember, guys, the plan takes time. It moves in phases. It doesn't happen overnight. Remember, PayPal invested over $700 million in Mercado Libre. So it already has a footprint in South America. And guys, you're talking about an app. You can move an app globally. No more brick and mortars. Remember, banking the unbanked, enslaving the enslaved. Now, guys, we have XRP Whale moves 29 million tokens to Bitstamp exchange. And remember, I told you guys, the Fed takes the guesswork out. We can clearly see they want to shrink liquidity. Yes, crypto is the future. Yes, the emerging markets are going to rise up first. But right now, guys, we're clearly seeing liquidity shrink. And a lot of these companies, a lot of people are going to get ready for the bear market. And then lastly, guys, we have Vechain and SingularityNet team up on AI to fight climate change, fight carbon emissions output. And guys, we know what the climate agenda is all about. But we have Vechain's main focus is supply chain, and we know SingularityNet is bringing on the machines. And with all these major projects, they all on the side are working on the NWO's agenda like carbon emissions. Same thing with Ripple. And that's the reason why I tell you to educate your friends and family and get in the lab. Guys, I did a video last night on the bricks. Everything is moving according to plan. While the sheep sleep, the NWO builds. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.